Glastonbury Music Festival has long been, I guess, the coolest, hippest festival in Britain to go to. And if you go to Glastonbury and you perform there, it's pretty cool. And if you've been to Glastonbury to watch it, that's pretty cool as well. I don't think Glastonbury's cool anymore. Police have been called in. British police are going to investigate Kneecap and some guy called Dillons or Willans. Police are going to investigate them after the crowd at Glastonbury who were waving Palestinian flags were encouraged to chant death, death to the IDF, the Israeli Defence Force. Death, death to the IDF being chanted at a music festival, a very famous music festival, Glastonbury. Now, this is Kneecap of these Irish idiots who've put on the keffiyeh and become cool kid pro-terrorists. And the other guy's got a name like Bob Dylan. I've never heard of him, and I don't care. And the British police are now looking into it, presumably because it is a hate crime. It is a terrible indication of the state of the Western world that has happened. And the greatest irony, and I've been to the site of the Nova Music Festival, which I imagine was like a mini Glastonbury. And it was full of, like the IDF, it was full of young people. And 300 to 400 of them were brutally murdered by the people wearing the tea towels, by Hamas. And to think now that young Westerners are essentially cheering on that massacre. And I've been to the site. It's one of the saddest places I've ever been in my life. One of the most moving and saddest places I've ever been in my life. And for those morons at Glastonbury to be whipped into a frenzy chanting death, death to the IDF at a rock concert, the world is in a very strange place. I'd also add that the young people of the IDF was raised by conscription, and when I was at Nova, I saw a group of those young people, though in uniform with their weapons. They were there as part of an educational program run by the IDF to take people to places like Nova and to learn about their history and learn about what they're fighting for. It was a bizarre day, my day there, and we could hear shells going off, artillery pieces going off, firing into Gaza. I just think the organisers of Glastonbury should hang their heads in shame. I think that's a terrible place to come to in the world. And I also want to call out very specifically Radio New Zealand, which continues, and it did again yesterday, said 17 people killed by an Israeli airstrike. And their source, a well-known Hamas operative who poses as an aid worker. Radio New Zealand, you have got to stop running stories which are demonstrably false and propaganda. You are contributing to misinformation and disinformation that encourages anti-Semitism and Jew hatred. You are most definitely part of the problem. There, I have said that, and note the time code down for the end of that. We will put that out as a piece. I hope those Kneecap, bloody Irish idiots, to be honest.